Hello, everybody, and welcome to another incredible Live at 5:06. Technically, I think we started at 5:05, right? Tricky Dicky, were you coming in from like Fresno? You were on the freeway for a long time. We didn't think you were going to make it.
No, so we switched to Thursdays, but I didn't take Thursday meetings off my calendar. I forgot. So I had a meeting with, by the way, I had a meeting with a great artist.
Really?
I did.
In Fresno?
No, in Sherman Oaks, but great singer-songwriter.
Maybe we will know who this person is? Up-and-coming person? Established person?
Oh, no, established person.
Oh, Can I guess who it is?
Go.
So female, right?
Male.
Male. Singer-songwriter, male.
Just the opposite.
Popular in the 80s, 90s?
No.
Aughts?
Yep, recent.
Aughts. Oh. Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's probably Taylor Swift, right?
No.
In Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, Taylor
Taking
Swift.
time out from
that guy, Taylor Swift.
supporting her
Did
boyfriend.
I say female?
You said female.
Oh, you
I
said
thought.
a dude. James Taylor.
Oh, I meant to say not female. Male.
Okay, male singer-songwriter.
James Taylor.
Yeah, popular in the aughts.
Was it my brother?
Who's your brother?
No, it doesn't count. Are you playing?
Yeah,
what are you playing right
singer-songwriter, your brother, Dweezil.
now? What are you playing right now?
Matchbox 20s.
Oh, yeah.
Rob
Oh.
Thomas. Friend of
Was it
Amit and mine.
Was it Rob from Judas Priest?
Oh, Rob Halford.
Singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter
Rob
Stephen
Halford.
Piercy.
No, you guys are so like
Kip Winger.
You guys are so in the 80s
Kip
and
Winger.
90s.
Kip
like,
Winger.
2000s.
You're showing your age.
Singer-songwriter Franz Ferdinand.
I hope you didn't take the doot guy.
Oh, singer-songwriter Adam Derwitz.
You guys,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really just showing your
Yeah.
fucking age here.
Did he write a song about Nookie? Is that what you're talking about?
Think amoeba staff pick.
Amoeba staff pick. Cat Power. I know it's not a woman, but you met with Cat Power today.
I'm not going to tell you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Singer-songwriter Moby.
Moby, who's been out in Altadena
Yeah.
helping fire victims.
Yeah.
Moby.
You guys, again,
No, we're off base.
no. And I'm not going to tell you anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We can move on.
Well, this is a fun topic. We can just keep guessing, and you won't tell who it is.
Which singer-songwriter from the aughts did Richard Sheltinga have a meeting with today? I think that's a pretty good topic of discussion. It's not the topic of discussion tonight.
This is like a show I'm really going to enjoy. I don't know if we properly talked about this on our socials, but we're digging in that doc from Questlove, right? SNL's like the importance of the music of SNL.
50 years.
50 years of awesomeness. I remember so many of these recordings. You have prepped, I think, some of your favorite songs, artists and great performances.
Most of which are in the documentary.
Yeah. So, and the doc is on NBC Peacock as
It's
well
on
as
Peacock now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it on Hulu and all of that stuff. I think it's a Peacock exclusive. So those of you who love the cock, then you should definitely watch it on the cock. Because I love the cock. So that's how I saw it on Peacock.
We need Questlove in here. That's on our vision board for 2025.
I saw Questlove.
Yeah, you said that.
no.
That's the last couple nights ago.
He's a big Zappa fan.
I saw Questlove in the village.
Yeah, he DJ'd at my kid's school.
What?
Yeah, like a sixth grade party or something. I don't know. Yeah, maybe his kids went there. I have no idea.
I thought he lived in New York City. Does he live here? What's happening?
I'm sure he has business here.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I don't
anyway,
know.
next time he's in Los Angeles, we need to have him in that chair so we can talk to him about, ladies and gentlemen,
That's right.
50 years of SNL music.
So yes, this is Rock Tales. We are live. If you feel like giving us a call on the Rock Line to discuss your favorite SNL performances, memorable moments of super kick-ass bands,
Call us on the Rock Line, 855-601-ROCK.
So some of the cool things about SNL, a lot of people actually got their start, and it's the first time people discovered bands, and it helped it helped a lot of up and coming bands kind of explode their careers.
Adele, it's in the documentary, talked about how when she was on, nobody knew who she was. Bill Hader in the documentary said, all of a sudden we hear this woman singing and everyone was like, what the hell's going on over there?
Awesome.
By the time she flew back to the UK, her album basically went from like 50 to number 1.
The power of SNL. So again, if you have a specific SNL story, like did you go to a taping? I've been to 2. I loved it.
Well, there's some Zappa family history with SNL as well.
I'm not even talking about the times I think my dad played on there 2 or 3 times, and was also a performer. Did some skits as well, which are, in my opinion, unwatchable. But you want to talk about it?
Oh, I had it. But I think we need to just have some fun for a little bit, and then we'll talk about your father.
I can't wait
on SNL.
I can't wait. But yes. Lots of music to appreciate. The phone lines are open. Brando, I like the Motorhead shirt. You look great. How you feeling?
2025. Let's bring it.
But I've noticed that you have some different, like a different beverage that you're enjoying right now. What's going on?
Well, I saw that you had the ginger beer in the refrigerator in the upstairs, and I said, Amit, do you have any rum? Mm-hmm. And you're like, yeah, I do. That bottle right there. Now, I assume this is like a $250 bottle of rum.
Well, let's talk about it. So, how do you feel about the rum?
I'm having a good time.
Is it some of the best rum you've ever had?
It is some of the best rum I've ever had.
And does it give you like a Bananas Foster's kind of like a taste? Like it's
dessert.
It's
Jenny's ice cream.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Should just, whatever this brand is, should just do this ice cream.
So that is like a maybe $30 if memory serves. Maybe they charge more for it now. They have 2. Last time I checked, there's 2 versions of the Bamboo rum. Bamboo rum. It is a Bahamian rum, I believe, and I'm trying to think. It's very skull and crossbones. I want to say that they talk about it being like a pirate recipe. I mean, isn't all rum basically a pirate recipe? Anyways, that stuff is delicious. It really does taste like Bananas Foster's to me. And sometimes rum can kind of get you like on the back end, right? The back of your tongue, maybe have a little bitter or something. It's not something you want to just kind of drink straight. You can drink that straight, and it's like a truly a sugar bomb of epic proportions. And you're now having that with my favorite. I got the mini cans of my favorite, like fancy ginger beer.
If you like Amit Zappa, you'll love this ginger
Fever
beer.
Tree. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Fever Tree. Yeah, it's good. I'm very happy. I wish it was summertime.
And Tricky Dicky, you're having I pulled this out for you. It's a nice Syrah.
Because I showed up.
Are you
5
happy with
minutes
that?
before the show? North Coast Syrah. Yeah. Sounds. Yeah. Let's see here.
It's good times.
Off the top of your head,
Clune Dog. I'm drinking the
yeah,
Clune Dog.
Clune
For
Dog.
those of you
You're always Clune dogging it up. Off the top of your head, do you have a favorite SNL musical performance or musical moment? Because the documentary also includes some of the videos that they've done, some of the skits that they've done.
I mean, it's probably obvious. My first exposure to SNL was, I want to say, the 3/4 inch, I guess, beta tapes or something. I remember the Christmas tree skit with the killer Christmas trees. I don't know if that's an episode that Frank was on, because if it was, that was my first time seeing it. And if it started in 74, the year I was born, that just kind of made the rounds. I just remember loving killer Christmas trees, thinking that was so great. I was probably 3 or 4.
I'll just tell people that the skit was there were 2 Christmas trees and your father.
Okay.
Behind the scenes, people were asking.
Detail.
That's on YouTube. People can watch it. But that was the skit. That there were 2 people, and then behind the scenes, I think it was John Belushi asking like Gilda Radner. No, it was Dan Aykroyd asking Jane or Gilda, "Can you pick out the killer from this lineup?"
Okay.
And your father was just there, being Frank Zappa.
Yeah. Okay.
with 2 giant Christmas trees.
So I don't really remember the part with my dad in it. I just remember Killer Christmas Trees, thinking that was great. And then it just makes me honorable mention to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. So to me, kind of an object like a tomato or a Christmas tree being able to kill you, love the concept still to this day. So the performances that do stick out is Belushi and my dad. That to me is iconic, but I don't think that's really what you're asking. Like a band that just comes on that's not necessarily also in a skit, but I mean the microphone on a gooseneck that's drilled into Belushi's guitar. That performance I feel is kind of iconic. I know my father loved that experience. I actually came across an SNL postcard with the whole cast saying Merry Christmas, and they sent it to the family. It's around here somewhere.
Oh.
Pretty awesome. But I've always loved SNL. It's also my son Arrow, who's been on the show. He loves the show too. So I just love that tradition. It's had such an impact, for many generations. And I don't know. I mean, my favorite kind of musical performance that's not my dad. I think I thought Sia was awesome. That's one of the things that kind of pops up in my mind. But I've gone through and kind of watched. I'm having a hard time answering because I want to say like when I first saw it.
Yeah.
But I've been rewatching some of the older episodes and specifically looking for, great performances. And I feel like I'm not being authentic if I don't tell you like what I saw kind of in real time.
Yeah, understood. Great.
But yeah, how about you?
Well, I mean, we could start. I put together a list.
Mm-hmm.
I put together a list of 5 iconic moments from the show, and they're all of them except for one are talked about extensively in the documentary. But for me, as a kid, my age, this I think changed my life. Changed me from probably being a lawyer and kind of a dick and wearing khaki pants and a blue blazer and an Oxford. Was seeing the Blues Brothers.
Oh yeah,
in their first performance.
But this is a Belushi thing, right? Like the impact that he had. I still think you have all of these cast members, but maybe it's our age. I immediately think of John Belushi first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I think of Chevy Chase. Right?
Bill Murray.
And of course, Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd, too.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, I go to as like incredible. Billy Crystal, for whatever reason, like when he would talk about. He would. They have that gag where there's like a guy searching for the object that you're talking about, and he's like duct tape, meat thermometer, whatever. I remember those skits.
Yeah.
Martin Short, Church Lady, Wayne's World, but then later on, Will Ferrell, Daryl Hammond. I mean, there's so many. The list goes on and on. Adam Sandler, on and on and on. But then I think. Is it okay to talk about their musical performances?
The documentary covers not just the bands that were performing on SNL and the artists that appeared, but the musical acts that hosted.
Like now, Brando, do you
think
think it would have been better for us to watch the documentary that we're talking about?
Yeah, do you think that would have helped the show if we had seen what you're talking about?
if you are a fan of SNL, you know it. I mean, they just concocted. You don't really learn anything in the documentary.
Great.
The only thing you
what you're saying is don't watch it.
How difficult it can be to actually be a musical guest and host.
He's saying don't watch it, right?
Yeah, he said don't. He said listen to him.
Yeah, not. So just by watching our show,
yeah, you should get the whole thing. But like this moment that Richard has pulled up,
playing directly behind him is that
Matt Guitar Murphy.
He looks like he's the lead singer from ELO.
Oh, you're talking about that's Steve Cropper. And Donald Duck Dunn from Booker T and the MGs. I mean, 2 of the greatest musicians in the history of American music.
Yep.
Paul Schaefer on keyboards. Lou Marini on one of the horns. I mean, it was like a fucking insane
So
band.
what you're saying is not Jeff Lynne in there.
It's not Jeff Lynne.
So can Jeff Lynne sue for the white man fro?
Well, remember that's 78, so they're both rocking that.
But Jeff maintained it.
He absolutely did. You know, your father first appeared on Saturday Night Live. You want to know when he first appeared on Saturday Night Live?
77?
No, he did "I'm the Slime" in 1976.
76?
He was the
2 years old?
musical guest. He wasn't the host.
Yep.
Because he goes on to host 2 years after that.
I have
But
to say,
did "I'm the Slime."
I've seen that performance so many times, and I always wondered the weird. They hooked up a television, in the audience, and I don't know if it's baking soda and vinegar to approximate the slime that foams out of a TV, but. Fucking crazy performance. Terry Bozzio on drums, Ruth Underwood on.
Vibes.
Yep.
I mean, this is an incredible Zappa band, 76.
Oh yeah. I've seen this because we had it on video. I watched it so many times. There was nothing cooler to me than There's certain things where when my dad was on Disco Fever. With Danny Terrio, I was like, I don't like that because he can't dance. I was like, this is embarrassing to me. But then when he was on this show, I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Well, the amazing thing about him being on here, this is the second season, is that during this period of time, I'm Brando-splaining SNL music. Is that okay? Can we do that?
Go for it, buddy.
Okay.
I got
Go
nothing.
ahead. You got nothing. So the interesting thing is, this is mid-70s, and SNL, the ethos was, we're New York.
Yeah.
New York is gritty. It's avant-garde.
Yep.
So a lot of their guests back then were of that sort of milieu.
Yeah.
It wasn't pop stars kind of like it is today. Like, it was fucking cool out there people. And so, your dad was chosen to be a part of that.
Well,
obviously, Don Pardo is chanting along with the song.
So this, in terms of an honorary placement in our home, okay, my father loved that friendship that was formed with Don Pardo. So on the way down into the studio from our kitchen, there was like this all wood covered staircase that took you down, and hanging on the wall was a giant picture of Don Pardo from his early, I guess, radio days. Him standing in front of one of those WNBC big microphones, right? Humongous headshot, blown up poster that he signed to Frank, and I stared at that poster my entire life. So he loved Don Pardo.
Where's that poster?
Oh, yeah, who knows? It's somewhere.
By the way, Baby Snake's guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the Baby Snakes guitar?
Yep.
And a very young Terry Bozzio.
We got Patrick O'Hearn.
Yeah.
We got is that Ray White playing rhythm?
Looks like it.
And who's the horn section right now?
Well, it could have been some of the SNL guys.
Yeah.
Or
That looks
was
like
it
the Brecker brothers.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
But I do have to say, the earlier 70s performances, right? The level of musicianship.
There's the slime.
Yeah, there's that weird slime thing. That was like, how the fuck did they do that? I thought that was so cool. I waited for that moment on video every time I watched it. But, if you go back and you look at the history of SNL music, you can kind of see that the performances kind of got worse and worse and worse and worse until people with real talent started reemerging. Right? I mean, that might sound dicky.
Well,
but
I'll say this, that one of the most infamous performances that went completely sideways,
okay,
that's chronicled in Questlove's documentary,
is it
your old, you want to guess?
I was going to say Sinead O'Connor.
Well, that's part of that. We have that. That's on my list of iconic moments.
Okay.
This is a disastrous performance. This is 1980, and it is someone who is, I would say, part of the Zappa universe.
Okay. I was going to say, if memory serves, didn't Jessica Simpson's sister have like totally busted for lip syncing.
Ashley Simpson was busted for lip syncing because her drummer, it's in the documentary, her drummer started playing the wrong song.
Didn't you say 1980?
Yeah, but
1980.
But here's the thing: you go back to the '80s, and there's not a lot of metal bands that are on there, which is kind of disappointing.
There are no metal bands.
Yeah, which is fucking kind of bullshit.
But in 1980, they asked Captain Beefheart to come on.
Oh yeah, because he did the rounds. I want to say you can look at Letterman. Right, because it's the same time, probably similar outfit. So wait, what year is this with Beefheart?
1980. They had him on, and he played Ashtray Heart.
Yeah, well, that had to have been an oopsie.
Well, the video's in the documentary.
Yeah. By the way, that image that you're playing right now is from the inside of Trout Mask. That picture, if memory serves.
There wasn't video of this on the.
It was in the documentary. It was not on YouTube. I don't know why. I mean, whatever.
SNL doesn't want it up
but
there.
that track sounds good. That's not the act. Is that the track? No, that's from the
That's
record.
what he played, and when he finished, nobody in the audience clapped.
Yeah, because you can't.
It sounded like this.
Right from the start.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome.
Actually awesome.
What goes back to my point is that music progressively gets less awesome. You know what I mean? It goes to people playing to a tape. The level of musicianship. I mean, I'm biased when I think of my dad's band because the players are so great and they're so professional. But really, the whole '70s. If you got a chance to play on live television, you had to be on your game, and then, and by the time they figured it out where it was iconic and it was a great guest spot, they were helping to solve for, let's say, someone, who might not be able to play live so well.
It's a big deal because that's the thing about SNL is that you have to play live. Yes, there have been a couple times when people have played to a track, but for the most part, everybody is playing live.
Ashley Simpson.
And that's, shit or get off the pot, as they say. Dare we take a phone call and talk to our rock tailors out there, Richard Cheltinga?
Sure.
Who met with Sheryl Crow today.
Oh, the gentleman Sheryl Crow? Singer-songwriter dude Sheryl Crow. You met with
Bob Dylan.
Maybe it was Bob Dylan.
I think it was Bob Dylan.
Is it Mr. Take these broken wings.
Again, somebody under
so
40.
Tracy Guns from LA
Tracy
Guns.
Is that are we getting close?
Neighbor.
He's under 40? All right.
Never enough, just
20 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we have an abbreviated show.
Yeah, we're doing a short show. We're doing a normal. We're doing an hour-long show.
I'm
today.
having fun.
Well, we have a hard stop. Let's take a call, and I'd like to hear from you, Richard, if there's a memorable moment on SNL that you also happen to have appreciated.
Okay.
Hi, it's Rocktails. Who are you? Where are you calling from?
How's it going, guys?
Oh, who are you? And where are you calling from? What are you drinking? And are you drinking? You sound like you're drinking.
I'm exactly. I'm drinking Tennant's. I'm in Italy, and I'm Chris.
Well,
Chris from Italy.
Thank you for calling back. I'm excited. Is this also going to be a pizza update?
Could be.
Do we?
Yes, this is going to be a pizza update.
Okay, well,
we got an abbreviated show.
Okay, I understand. But last week we did talk about making a very special pizza, and some of you fucking glommed on the ingredients, and you made them add meat to the fucking pizza. Okay. But if memory serves,
is it on the menu? That's the question.
Well, let's find out.
Let's go.
Let's find out what happened with our pizza, and do you have an SNL memory? We'll get to that in a second. But
okay, well, I had to get it okayed with the boss of the pizza place.
Okay.
But when I told him about it, he said, "Yeah, sure, no problem."
Oh, this is wonderful news.
So we ordered jalapenos.
Okay.
Because that's really the only ingredient that's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, in Italy, jalapenos are a problem.
Exactly. Well, you want the pickled jalapenos. Of course, they have the Calabrian chilies that you'd expect that. But see, now people are like, oh, you mean like horribly bad for you nacho jalapenos, sliced jalapenos? Oh, let's try it. Give us the feedback.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, we've got that going on, and.
So the ingredients were jalapenos, onions, right? Mushrooms.
And we were deciding on a meat. Do you say mushrooms?
I think I said jalapenos and onions for sure. I want to say maybe we said mushrooms, but
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because you usually do jalapeno mushroom and like pepperoni.
Or like,
jalapeno onion and pepperoni.
I normally do jalapeno onion, and then that's it.
Right.
But then we talked about the sausage, but we landed on, would it be like crumbled up so that it was kind of like little tiny like sausage meatballs? How do we do? Is that the recipe that you gave to
Yeah, let him talk.
Yes, but he wanted to change one thing on it.
Oh shit! Here we
Because
go.
we already have a lot. We already have a lot of sausage on the menu. He wanted to put beef on there because we have no pizzas with beef on there, and it would be a special pizza that no other pizzas have beef except that one.
What kind of
But
kind
you
of
tell
beef?
me what you think.
What kind of beef? Like a
ground up beef cooked before it's put on the pizza.
I
like
love it. That sounds incredible. I'm actually not joking.
Yeah.
That sounds incredible.
Here's the thing. It has to be garlicky.
Oh.
Okay.
Of course,
Add a
it's
little
garlic.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem there.
So you're talking like a ground beef, like a hamburgery, kind of like a meatball-y kind of a thing, yeah?
Exactly.
Okay, wait. Yes. Fully approved. Did you make it yet, or were you just wanting to make sure we're okay with this?
No, we're waiting for the we ordered the jalapenos literally today. We ordered jalapenos today.
Did you order from Cisco Foods jalapenos
Yeah.
in a giant can?
Yeah. Did you order from the AMC theaters the nacho pit? Did you get like it has to be the sliced pickled jalapenos?
I love it.
Well, no, it will be sliced pickled jalapenos, but it's a
Christmas
San Francisco.
Okay.
I love it.
This is
I
a
love
great
it.
update. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. We have to.
Listen,
We're an abbreviated show.
I have a big question for you, though.
I'm ready.
You guys have to tell me how to be able to send something to you in the mail.
All right. Well, you know what? We'll get that. Why don't you? You can reach out to us on our
Do you
socials.
follow us on Twitter?
If I send something to rocktails.com and
Info,
say,
right?
It's me, Chris. I send you my email. You guys will send me
100%.
Yeah, it's a mail.
Is it info or is
It's
it mail?
mail at rocktailsradio.com.
Okay. Yes, mail at rocktailsradio.com, and we want to see pictures. We want this. It's Pizzagate. We need
I love
constant
it.
updates.
It actually sounds
You know,
amazing.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
We'll talk to you next week. Thank you, Chris.
Can
That
I?
is big news.
Because
That's
we're
big news.
going through really quickly. Can I just talk about my favorite thing that ever happened on SNL?
Sure, but
music-wise?
let's close this out for a second.
It sounds like an incredible pizza.
Is it called the Rocktails? We didn't establish
Yeah.
that, or should it just be the Zappa? What do you think?
Jesus Christ. The Rick Zappa.
The trick. You know what?
The Tricky Ricky Zappa.
It should be called the Tricky Dicky,
Tricky Ricky.
Okay, all right.
or the
Tricky-
Dick Tingle.
No.
The Dick Tingle pizza.
I thought it was the Rock Tales created by Ahmed Zappa.
No, who cares? I like whatever. Like I feel like Dick Tingle.
I think the
slice-
Zappa
you
name
want-
needs to be in
Do you
there
want to
because
slice
of
a
the
Dick
Italian.
Tingle, or you want to slice a Zappa? You want to slice a Dick Tingle, right?
Oh God! All right.
No.
Favorite
Yeah, for
SNL
me,
moment?
This is a huge thing, and I'm mad because it wasn't in the documentary. It
Talk
made
to me.
Rolling Stones #2 moment from SNL music.
Is it on your list?
It's on my list. It's
Okay.
The Replacements.
Oh boy.
In January of 1986.
Yep.
It's a legendary thing that happened. The Replacements were called because the Pointer Sisters got sick. And the Pointer Sisters couldn't be on. Now, Harry Dean Stanton was the host of the show.
Yeah.
And the Replacements, who were ascending very quickly, had their first major release on Warner Brothers Records. Shambolic Alcoholics from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Can I take a quick nap? Keep going.
Okay. They show up at 30 Rock in the early in the day. They start partying with Harry Dean Stanton.
That's awesome.
They
right?
drank all day long.
Harry fucking Dean Stanton. I miss you. Keep going.
Dantana's Mrs. Harry Dean Stanton.
We all do.
Okay, so the Replacements play their new song, Bastards of Young, which is on the album Tim.
Yep.
Incredible performance. They keep drinking.
Yeah.
So by the time they come around for their second performance, and you can't find any of this shit on YouTube, that's why this is like crooked.
I think SNL takes down anything they don't want to be seen. Right?
Absolutely,
The
and
disasters.
including this one, because by the time they get around to their second performance, They all switch clothes.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're a Silver Lake dad, when you were a Silver Lake teenager,
Yeah.
this was your fucking favorite thing. Okay? They switch clothes. They're hammered. They play Kiss Me on the Bus. Paul says Kiss Me on the Butt. Bob playing guitar swears. They call each other fucker. They're swearing. Lorne Michaels is losing his shit. And what happens? And then they start fighting after this song is over. And Lorne says they are banned for life.
Banned!
The Replacements will never play on NBC ever again.
Oh, God. Wow.
America's best bar band of all time.
And so what Brando is saying
Colossally
is
important to Silver Lake dads.
you are lucky that he has this deep knowledge of NBC culture, SNL culture, because it's not on the doc.
Well, because it's not in the doc. They chose to use Rage Against the Machine, getting in trouble with the Secret Service. It's kind of like rock and roll people are unwieldy, and sometimes they get in trouble on SNL. But the thing about I thought that Richard would like about the Replacements thing is that the Replacements had a reputation for shooting themselves in the foot and not doing what the label needed them to do, Warner Brothers, to make it to the next level.
Slightly off topic.
Yes.
Right? Early 70s. I don't know if there hasn't been an SNL documentary that talks about the impact of the photos, as far as I know, of the still photography that they use of the hosts and the musical guests.
Oh.
Like, all of that is so iconic to me.
Yeah.
And has such a texture and a feel. In some cases, like in the early 70s, it felt like very Interview magazine in like the colorization of the black and white photos, and they had such a cool style. But that had, for me, such an impact on the kind of art that I liked.
Yeah.
You know, and certainly in the photography. Where is all that SNL photography? Who took those pictures? I should know these
That's
things.
a really good question. You know who else who got blacklisted from SNL?
I'd love to know. My dad?
Your dad. Yep. Your dad. I learned that yesterday. Because in 1978, do you want me to Brando explain what happened with your dad?
Well, tell me if I'm
or do you want to tell the people what happened with your dad in 1978?
I think
I can tell them the date that he was the host of the show.
I think because he didn't take it seriously, maybe, and that's how they perceived it, and he really kind of read from the cue cards, and you know, I watched.
He broke the fourth wall constantly.
Yeah, and that was, I think, something that he would do for the rest of his life.
And that was a absolute sin as far as Lorne Michaels was concerned, right?
Yeah.
And the laughing and causing that, although it's more lax later on, it happens all the time. But not that
He did a Conehead skit.
Yeah,
You can't find it on online.
you can find it.
You can't find it?
Yeah, you could. And by the way, I don't like it. I watch it. I don't like it.
Oh, it was a bad skit? Do you remember what
It feels fucking awkward to me. Like you know, like it's not awkward in a good way. Like when I watch, let's say, like Curb Your Enthusiasm is so awkward to me. I have to pause it because it's so funny, but I'm uncomfortable about the situation, right? And I can't, and I'll have to take a pause, reset, and then let you know, continue the film. SNL, like my dad on those performances, I can't do it. It just feels like he had a miserable time. It's just not great. I don't like it.
Yeah.
The musical performances crushes. Not funny. It's like on Disco Fever or Dance Fever when, you know, it's just not good.
Was Danny Terrio a friend of the family?
I don't know if he did the Adrian Zemed era or Danny Terrio. I could have it wrong in terms of the host. And maybe we'll do a whole other show on
Moon did
Dance Fever.
Moon did Solid Gold.
And by the way, boy did she, and it was epic.
That's right.
Congratulations. But let's get into more of the SNL best
10
performances.
minutes.
10 minutes. Well, one of the most iconic moments from SNL, music-wise, was not a live performance, but it was a video performance.
Okay.
Created by,
can I guess? Dick in a Box.
Dick in a Box.
Cultural, revolutionary. I mean, I love it.
And they follow this up 6 months later with Mother Lover. I'm a mother lover, you're a mother lover. We should fuck each other's mothers. I'm fucking mom. Remember that one?
No.
Yeah.
But this is the interesting element of the evolution of, from my perspective, SNL. So it was like maybe the Muppets doing little segments. It was certainly the commercials. And then when it got to like Mr. Bill, these are kind of like the little films that they would do. And I think there was the animated shorts, all of that they were playing around with. But then when they decided to do these like mini films, and you know, this is what, late 90s or
no,
this
that's
is
2006.
2006. It's all the same. I like their video shorts. I mean, right now, I think Andy, right? Samberg. Is it Samberg? Samberg. I mean, Laser Cats to me is some of his better work.
I'm on a boat.
I like that too. But Laser Cats to me is, you know, this musical thing started his whole career. Like it expanded from here, where he made multiple records. You know,
he and his two partners, the guys from Lonely Island,
exactly.
And they were making shorts, and they got their shorts to SNL, got them on the radar. Cut to this, and then the rest.
He leaves SNL, I think, and does Hot Rod, which is an incredible film.
That's right.
If you haven't seen that, and then
Brooklyn,
but they did a Lonely Island movie, right? Where they're a boy
the
band?
Lonely Island guys, they
So
fucking
funny.
crush it.
Love
Absolutely.
them.
But that was a colossal moment from SNL, and
For sure.
really changed so much. And it's also an early, as the kids say, a viral moment, because everyone's obsessed with making viral things, and that's the kind of world we live in now.
I did
where you
not
have to make
see
something
that
viral.
live, but I did see that video live.
Yeah.
And SNL took advantage after NBC let them probably say, hey, you know, you really should let us chop up these shows and put these skits out individually.
That's right.
But you think about the kind of formats out there, you know, a certain skit here or there is, you know, incredible. My favorite musical performance is from a skit, more than Dick in a Box, has to be. It's so goddamn fucking funny. Fred Armisen, I think he talks about like it's like one of those old variety shows where he's talks about I forget the name of the sisters from the Finger Lakes or something, where they're, you know, it's three sisters and they talk about, you know, who they are and kind of men that they're looking for. And then there is Kristen Wiig, where she's got little doll hands
Right.
and she's trying to catch bubbles and she's got a big tall forehead. There's something wrong with her. And she
Top 4 SNL
likes-
performers of all time. Kristen Wiig.
I can
I'm
watch her
making that, yeah.
in anything and I'm hooked. Literally anything.
Yep.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Holy Christ balls.
Well, the show's ending at 6. It's 5:46, 5:47.
Fred Armisen's Punk Rock Dad, the dad band makes
Awesome.
the Punk Rock Dad band makes the.
Never liked Wayne's World. There, I said it.
Okay. What do we want to do?
There's
Do
a
we wanna
couple
take
more on your list here.
A
Do you
phone
wanna-
call? We got a couple more. Should we take another phone call? What do you want to do, Richard Sheltinger? Or do you want to play a music video?
I want to see a music. What do you got?
Elvis Costello.
Oh.
It's another huge moment from
Why was it
SNL.
huge?
Yeah, why was it huge?
Well, it was huge because
That's
what he
surprising
does
to
is
me.
iconic, and it was controversial at the moment. His label,
Look at that Fender Jazz.
he's
man. These
brand
guys.
new. American audiences don't know what he is. He's supposed to play Lesson Zero. Right here, he's saying, no, we're not going to play this. I want to play Radio. And everyone in the wings is fucking losing their shit.
I was tuning in the shine of the light, not dial doing anything my radio advised. Whenever water
They're so cool.
Did anybody do cocaine back then?
I doubt
on his
it.
cast? No, they
I
were
doubt
very
it.
straight. It was a super Christian show behind the scenes.
That's what people don't realize is that for this time and this cast, so funny. They were all so collaborative. There's no competitions, and there was no bitch whiff involved.
I wonder if everybody on the show in the 70s had their own Coke dealer.
I think so. What was your Coke dealer's name in the 70s?
Arturo.
Really? Mine was Chooch. Chooch Jimenez.
Chooch Jimenez.
He had
Chooch Jimenez.
He had a lot of the fucking grade A.
The Valley's finest.
Yep.
Yeah. But that was a huge moment, and got
delivered cocaine on a 10-speed.
Oh.
You see, he was the whole gear. Early days. The tight pants.
Now, is this the most iconic moment?
Well, it's one of the most talked about when Sinead O'Connor did a protest.
We find it necessary.
This is huge.
We know
He's actually killed her career in America.
Yeah.
We have confidence.
She's singing Bob Marley's War a cappella. She's ascending. She's going to be one of the biggest pop singers in the history of pop music.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She
don't
pulls
rip
out
the Pope. Don't fucking do it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. There you go.
An Irish lady.
Fight
Mad.
the real enemy.
Oh, my God.
Fight the real enemy. And
I got chills just now, just watching that again.
But here's the... Can I Brando explain this moment?
Yeah.
By the way, I get the protest. I don't like it.
Well, as an Irish Catholic, she is protesting the sexual abuse
that
the Catholic Church is responsible for. She felt that her own abuse in her childhood was a result of not just the Catholic Church, but the upbringing of her parents. So she did that. Now, years later, when all the news comes out about the massive institutional sexual abuse rampant throughout Ireland with the nunneries and the convents.
It's horrible.
In the schools that these kids were sent to, the reform schools, the churches, she was right.
Okay.
But in the moment, she was booed off the stage at Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary show at Madison Square Garden just a short time later.
It's horrible. All of that is horrible.
Yes.
Right? And I am certainly not the person to even make this fucking statement. But here's the thing that I don't like. Is the people that have a positive connection to the Catholic Church. And yes, all of that stuff is horrible. Yes. Fucking horrible, and they need to do a better job. All of that, undeniable, right? But there's like this, I can't quantify it. Help me so I don't sound like a total fucking jackass right now. Like that thing that's the community building situation when you have someone like that and the takedown, like is everyone involved? I mean, there's fucked up people in the organization.
There's positive elements of it, but she was protesting the institutional elements,
which is horrible.
Where they would send these priests they knew were abusers, and they would send them to small towns
and
to
by the
run
way,
the church.
The people that made those did those horrible things. I think you should make a barbed wire dildo and make them suck it and shove it up there and in their ears, every orifice with a barbed wire. They should be, first of all, they should burn in hell for what they've done.
That's fine.
2 minutes.
Perfect.
2 minutes.
Okay.
One call, real quick. One call. We're going to take one call.
It's Rocktails. Who are you? Where are you calling from? What are you drinking? Barbed wire penis. What?
Ooh, shamalama ding dong. This is Joe from New Hampshire. What's going on?
Hey, sounded good, Joe.
Shamalama ding dong, right? That's Otis. He loves us. Shamalama, baby. Shamalama lama ding dong. Hey. I mean, like Animal House. Is that why you're 30 saying
seconds?
That?
Oh no, come on! Don't you remember Adam Sandler doing his whoopie doopie doopie doo?
Yes.
Okay.
I was just connecting Bluto and all of those cats from Animal House and SNL guys. So we're talking about SNL. What do you got for us? Do you have a favorite musical performance? How you doing?
Well, obviously, I really loved the energy of Pearl Jam, but going back to my youth, I mean, I can't remember, like bands like Queen was there when I was like 14 years old on SNL. Like
Under Pressure?
Like what the hell is that? Yeah, oh God, yeah. Like what the hell? You know, I remember my parents would let me stay up that late. You know, when I was 14, but I was at my cousin's house. His mother was like gone. My cousin and I would stay up and watch all that stuff. So I got to see that live, Queen live when I was 14. You know,
mind blower.
So, yeah, hell yeah.
Iconic. That's in the documentary too, because that was such a fucking
they have usurped the Stones and the Beatles as, I want to say, still to this day, all things being considered, Queen is now the biggest band of all time in the world.
Oh,
look it up.
Wow,
but
guys,
keep going.
That beginning with the montage they did with all the different songs melding together was amazing. That was great at the beginning of the doc. I absolutely loved that.
7 minutes. They basically just did a remix of everything mashed together.
Thank you, Jeff.
It's flawless. Yeah. Joe, we got to go because somebody in this room needs to get in an Uber right now.
Naughty Gotti, right? We are ending this show early because you're going to see a magic show. You better fucking talk to our goddamn fucking don't play fucking
Wait,
silent
that's what he's
direct.
doing? He's going to a magic
He's
show?
going to have steak at the Magic Castle.
Oh, he's going to the
He's
Magic
seeing
Castle.
a fucking magic show tonight, and by the way, you've never seen what Naughty Gotti looks like. He's dressed in a fucking suit because you have to wear a suit if you go to the Magic Castle. Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
It's true.
All right, we got to go.
We'll be back next week, Thursday.
Can you
5 o'clock.
fucking believe it?
Gotti's going to make us disappear.
This is a 50-minute show. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been another enjoyable episode of Rock Tales. We will see you next Thursday. Shortest one ever. See you next Thursday live at 5. Thank you all so much. Cheers. Remember to drink irresponsibly and to call 911 on yourself. No. I mean, do the opposite of that. It's the opposite of that.